This video will act as a second part to my video where I ranked and reviewed all the Arrowverse shows from number 8 to number 3. If you haven't seen that video, link will be in the top right corner of the video as well as the description down below. In this video, I'll go over the two best Arrowverse shows, being Arrow and The Flash, and find out which one of those two shows is better. By the way, last video and this video I didn't include the 1990s Flash TV show, even though it has been confirmed to be set in the Arrow multiverse. Reason being is I've never seen it, probably never will, so I will not include it on these lists. If you guys really think I should, then I might watch it and then get back and re-rank all these Arrowverse shows after the next seasons. But until then, I will not include that show on the list. So right off the bat, I will say that of the two shows, Arrow is easily my favorite because when it is good, it is really, really good. Arrow's first, second, and fifth seasons, along with The Flash's first and Daredevil's seasons 1 and 2, are really what all live-action TV shows should aspire to be, and of all those seasons, Arrow's fifth season, along with its first and second, are definitely some of my favorites. I would say fifth is my favorite. I've made videos about this, but Arrow has 3 seasons that I would say are just the pinnacle of superhero TV. Stephen Amell is amazing as Oliver Queen for the most part, and while the side characters don't hold up to him, it honestly doesn't really matter as long as they don't directly affect him, because Oliver carries the hell out of this show when he is just having this rivalry with amazing villains like Merlin, Slater, Chase. Unless if the other characters are affecting him directly, I couldn't care less what they were doing in the background, because like I said, he carries the hell out of the show. When it's good, like in seasons 1, 2, and 5, Arrow is my favorite TV show, and it still kind of is even now. But even though it's my favorite show in the Arrowverse, I hesitate to call it the best because of a certain season or two really ruining what should be the best superhero TV show, making it not the worst, but also far, far from the best. Season 6 was good, but the first half really, really ruined the season. The second half was not bad at all. It's pretty great. But the first half, the whole half of the season, that's just not good. Season 3 is okay. Season 4 was just hot garbage. In a perfect world, I would split Arrow into 2 shows, with one show consisting of seasons 1, 2, and 5, which would easily be the best Arrowverse show, and as well as the fact of the best superhero show, in my opinion, with the second show consisting of seasons 3, 4, and 6, which definitely would be near the bottom of this list. Probably not the last on the list because it is watchable for the most part, aside from season 4, but it would be very low on this list. Sadly, Arrow's good seasons come along with the bad, so really half of Arrow is my favorite show and the other half is pretty mediocre or even bad. So even though it's my favorite show, it's debatable whether or not it is at number 1. I will go over whether or not it is at number 1 after I talk about The Flash. For now, Arrow, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The advantage The Flash has over Arrow is the lack of bad seasons, with also having some great seasons to its name. Like I said, season 1 of The Flash is just as good as Arrow's good seasons. In fact, I like season 1 of The Flash more than seasons 1 and 2 of Arrow, although not quite as much as seasons 5. It's still really, really on par with the quality of those seasons. Seasons 1 had an awesome overarching story, an amazing main villain with the Reverse Flash, along with the excitement of seeing the Flash in live action for the first time, who was at that point my favorite superhero. Again, the 90s show does not count. I've never seen it, and at that point, I've never seen the Flash in live action. Seeing it for the first time in season 1 was pretty awesome, and then season 2 was also really great as well, complete with a great main villain in Zoom. Season 3 came along, which was pretty mediocre and disappointing, specifically since they were setting up Flashpoint. They didn't really do much with that aside from the consequences of Flashpoint, which were, again, very disappointing. But that's definitely the lowest point of The Flash, and when The Flash's lowest point is mediocrity, that's already better than Arrow's lowest point, which is unwatchable in season 4. And I know a lot of people won't agree, but season 4 of The Flash is not bad either. I think a majority of people will agree that season 4 is not a bad season, but I think that there are a lot of people also who do not like the season at all. It's not my favorite season, but it's not bad either. In fact, it's really fun, and the season even includes my favorite episode of the show, and Enter Flash Time. In general, I think The Flash is a great TV show. Also, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, just like Arrow. They're very, very equal in terms of quality. It's just that one of them is my favorite, the other one might be better. So the question is, which show is better, Arrow or The Flash? Well, considering everything I've said in this video, while Arrow is definitely my favorite TV show, that's only during the good seasons. During its mediocre or bad seasons, it definitely is not. And with that in mind, knowing that a whole sixth of the show is complete garbage with another sixths of the show being pretty mediocre, I can't in good conscience say that Arrow is better than The Flash, which ranges from mediocre to great with no real actual bad seasons. So in conclusion, The Flash is the better show, placing it at number 1 with Arrow at a very close second. Keep in mind they have the exact same score, but I will say that The Flash is just a little bit better. With that in mind, let me know your list in the comments and vote in the poll in the top right corner of the video which show you think is better. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.